Welcome back to Dork Points. This is Ron, and tonight I'm talking about all the monthly free PS Plus games that I have played within the last 6 months, since my last top 10 PS Plus video, that is. Starting with Power Wash Simulator. Oh my god, it's amazing! Watch this RV turn into a UFO. I love this part of the game. Yeah, lots of cool little things like that. So I saw it as the free game of the month with one or two other games, and I was just like, well, I'm not playing that. And then someone said to me, like, you of all people would love that. And cut to 5 days later, I hadn't left my house, just hours and hours and hours of power washing dirt off of various objects and buildings. And oh my god, just so addictive. But also tedious, and I do recommend, taking a break. Maybe just play it for an hour, because there are some areas and some maps that will take you like 5 to 6 hours to wash the whole thing. It's intense sometimes. Alright, moving on to Sifu. Yes, wonderful fighting game. I have bad footage here. For some reason I recorded in the mist. This is the club level, by the way, and I am past this now, but this is the footage I took at the time. I'm on the second to last level, and I'm just stuck at the boss. So the game is tough. These are the people who did Absolver, and the game is tough. It has a different kind of fighting system. It's not just like a Streets of Rage modernization or anything like that. It also has some great movie references, like Kill Bill here, and stuff like that. A ton, actually, of movie references. But the combat is difficult to master. Easy to play, difficult to master. A great game, but I found myself, and this is, I think, the boss of the second or third level, and I found myself coming to each boss and just being, like, stumped for a while. But then eventually moving on. So it's a tough game, but I'm going to keep playing it. I enjoy it. It takes work, but I enjoy it. Alright, Roller Drome. This one just kind of came out of nowhere, kind of like a Power Wash Simulator, where I was just like, this doesn't look appealing to me. I don't think I want to play this. I don't like this graphic style they're using necessarily. I mean, I play a lot of games with this graphic style, if I'm honest, but yeah, I just wasn't interested. And then I started to play it, and it's one of those get-good games. But it's a good get-good game. And, about the first, I would say the first 3 or 4 levels, they were tough, but I was able to get through them. This is, I think, the 5th level, and I'm stuck here. But it's really good. It's just mastering all these skills at once. And you're in these roller dromes, these domes, and you have to kill everybody in there. But once in a while, it's just easy to get overwhelmed. And then you lose it, and you get stuck. Alright, moving on to school. The Hero Slayer. Now, I just downloaded this one night because I was like, well, it's free, I'll just check it out. And I was like, oh, this is just not my game. It's cute and charming, kind of. It has that old school throwbacky feel, but it's a throwback to games that I was, by the time, Sega and, by the time it was Super Nintendo, I was just done with this style of game. Give me like a Streets of Rage more so. I mean, it is a fighter, but just a side-scrolly kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. Moving on, though, to Olie OE World. This, I thought, was going to be some kind of open-world skateboarding game based on the images I saw, but no, it's just a side-scrolling kind of level-by-level skate obstacle course or skating platformer, and again, just like a lot of the games I'm going to mention tonight, got to about like level 5 or maybe longer on this one, maybe like level 8, but and you're looking at it, just got kind of stunted. It's awesome. Like, your adrenaline when you're playing this game just gets pumping, and when you beat a level, you're like, woof! It's really great, but at the same time, you're gonna just as the game, ramps up, you're just gonna keep getting these hardcore levels. So I don't know. All right, Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning. They say it a weird way every time I watch videos of it. It's a remake. It's Re-Reckoning is the not the remake. I don't even know if it's a remaster, but it's a game from 2012, and they gussied it up a bit. But from what I've heard, not much visually. It's about the same as the original. They had a few changes, like what do you say, quality of life changes. But, yeah, the combat is solid. It feels really good. I love the fighting. It's probably the best thing in the game. The problem with the game is the story. They just kind of drop you in and you're the chosen one. And there's no stakes. There's just this bad guy who's bad. And it's kind of like, okay, I need a real story. I don't want to just keep chasing the story. Also, some of these character models, like this guy with his eyes, bothers me. It's very old school, though, again, from 2012. But yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of in the middle on this one. Alright, Evil West, and I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, just a great game. Old school, level-by-level kind of game, smash people in the face, kill them all, they're all vampires. It's supernatural vampires in the Civil War, or post-Civil War era, and just really cool. Again, it is linear, it is level by level, so if you miss like a branching path where there's some treasure, you just miss it and you have to replay the whole level. So that's unfortunate, but other than that, the combat's great. All the power-ups you get, you can really take advantage of those power-ups if you learn how to do specific builds. And it's cool that they have those kind of like RPG style builds where you can add electricity powers on top of electricity powers, and then you just kind of become invincible. It's candy. It's wonderful. Play it. Alright, now Aliens Fireteam Elite. I don't even remember what month this came out, but my friend Chris was playing it with me, and we played through the whole story, and I really enjoyed it. Now, am I going to play it again? Probably not. So, it's in this weird middle zone. It's not like every once in a while I'm like, God, I kind of want to play Alien Isolation again, because that was a fantastic game. This game it's good. It ticks the boxes. You have the sound of the guns, the beeps of the meter that indicates when the aliens are close, the way the aliens move. All great, but, this is what it is. You play it through online with some friends once, and you're probably good. Alright, Enderling. Now, I was actually excited about this from the little trailer thing they have, but it is and I hate to keep using this word, but it's a Metroidvania kind of thing, I think. Now, the reason I say I think is because I played the whole opening bit, and I got to my cubs, and then I went out and I got them food, and then I came back. And the game saves every time you go back to your cubs. But then I went out into the world again, and it seemed like there was no waypoint, or I was just lost and wandering around. And there's all these different paths you can take, and it's really interesting. But as of right now, and look how cute that is. But as of right now, I'm lost. So there you go. All right, Tunic. This was just recently free, and I popped it on. I was like, oh, this looks fun. Maybe my daughter will really enjoy this. And I don't know. It's that old school top-down Zelda that she's not gonna dig. But then it's that cutesy kind of, not really serious, just kind of fluffy, not a major story or anything like that thing that I don't enjoy. So it's this weird thing, like, something's going on here. There may be some great story or message, and it's super cutesy and stuff, but, wow, I would say I played an hour solid, and at the end of that hour I said, not for me, and then I offered my daughter to play. She was like, no thanks, I'm not interested either. So, Tunic, meh. Alright, SpongeBob SquarePants, the Cosmic Shake. Now, I just talked about Battle for Bikini Bottom, And here's another one. I don't think this is a remake. Is this a remake of the sequel to Bikini Bottom, or is this a brand new SpongeBob game? I'm not sure. I should have probably looked up the factoids on it, but it is fun, and I love myself some platformers. I do find SpongeBob mostly annoying, and I know that's divisive to say, but yeah, he's SpongeBob. The show itself is a little bit annoying to me. It's yeah, the platforming's good. It feels solid. There's nothing to complain about here. I just don't know if I'm going to get into this or if I want to, just because it's SpongeBob, even though I love platformers. Sorry. Alright, Generation Zero. This one, me and Jake were playing it at the end of the night, which was a mistake, but we started it up, and we were just kind of wandering around. I think we had to kill one robot, and then we were just wandering around this kind of empty world. It's like I don't know, like a weird combo of games. Feels Far Cry sometimes, other times, yeah, a third-person bike rolling around. It's post-apocalyptic, kind of, robots are taking over, but, yeah, the world just feels really blah and empty, and I don't know when it's going to get enjoyable. And then eventually I did run into some robots, and I had some combat, and the combat does kind of feel like Far Cry. But, yeah, both of us had the same reaction to this game. We were just like, eh. And, I don't know what it was, but if it gets good, don't be afraid to, like, leave a comment and be like, play it. Just play it for, like, 6 hours and then you'll like it. Because I will take that seriously. Because I love shooter games. I love all the Far Cry games. But, yeah, just hard to get into so far. And yeah, deleted it anyways. But, alright, last game of the night, Weird West. Great game. Do I need to say it again? Just a wonderful game. The shooting is so much fun and again, it's a top-down, old-school RPG, and I hate these things. But for some reason, this game did it right. And I just fell in love with it. It took a little time, maybe a couple of days, but yeah, just the interaction, the idea that your decisions matter. It has that old school, like, Obsidian Fallout thing, where it's like, you can accidentally open a door to somebody's room or accidentally steal something, and it'll ruin the story for you, just like, one of those games, so save often. But, God, it's so good. The story's good, the fighting's good, it does everything great. And, yeah, the first probably top-down RPG I've really, really loved. Yeah, it's Weird West. If you like that kind of thing, you're gonna like this. Again, not turn-based. You're just shooting live, so keep that in mind. Alright, so there you go. That's all the monthly free-to-play PS Plus games I have dug into recently. And so I hope you liked that video. It's a new kind of different thing for me. Let me know what you think, if I should keep doing it. Alright, good night!